That's your girl K Divine coming back with another quick message. I'm not sure who this message is for, but stop emotionally regulating for your haters. And as I'm saying this, I'm saying this to myself as well because when you are emotionally regulating for other people, it's a form of shrinking yourself. And it's a habit that even I'm still working on. Like I have not completely perfected it. And sometimes it's because it's like a default. It's like it's kind of like trauma in a way. Like, and when I say emotionally regulating, I mean like when you know that people feel some type of way already about you, or they've made it kind of like clear that they don't really fuck with you, but they are trying to masquerade it or mask it with like pleasantries, that nice nasty shit that people do, or the fake, like they'll fake compliment you like, oh well, you just look so good, and well, I think you're doing great, and you're like, but you hear the shade, you can feel the deception. I'm seeing like the seven of swords in my mind's eye, like these are like very deceptive people. And also the five of swords is very like abusive. And don't emotionally regulate for them. And what I mean is like, I know that it may feel awkward at times when you are dealing with these people. I know that you may want to, just like brush things off and like smooth things over so that, you can get out of the situation. Oh, it's okay. Don't do that no more. Please don't do that anymore. And I know it feels uncomfortable in the beginning, but after a while, you start straight facing it and just being like, okay, they they not gonna know how to respond to that. It's hard for them because they're hoping that you laugh it off, because then that they can hide behind that, right? And this is mostly to for my neurodivergent autistic girlies. You have to learn to stop emotion, and you have to learn how to stop emotionally regulating for people in your healing journey. And it will feel awkward at first. It will be like, but it's like you just got to shut it off. Shut those emotions off. It's stop making people comfortable. Let them know that you're not the one to fuck with. You can still be kind and polite with people. You can say, so hello, yes, no, okay, mm-hmm, gotcha, understood. And they may, people may, try to paint you as, oh well, they're kind of cold, and they'll try to paint you that way, but it's like, no, I'm stern. I'm not sugarcoating shit for you. I'm not sugarcoating a damn thing for these people. Cause I just had that experience where I had to go ask for something that I needed, and I already felt like it's gonna be some weird stuff. So I was like, I'm not gonna emotionally regulate for this person. I didn't even know who I was gonna be helping me, but I was like, yeah, I already felt the vibes around here, and I'm not emotionally regulating for anyone. They can feel however they feel. So I'm like, so I walked up and I'm, hello, can I please have? Yes, thank you. And I walked away. And that's how you got to do it, because it throws your enemies off. Okay, it throws them off. And one thing that I've learned, because like, especially like in relationships with people, like when me and my ex were breaking up, like his stepmom, she tried to do that shit with me, like, hi. When I knew she was snaking me, right? I knew she was snaking me and lying to my face, and so I was done at that point. I was just like, okay. And then she gonna send this man to my door, talk about some, what's going on with you and her. She said that you weren't your normal bubbly self. It's like, no, she was used to me kissing her ass. She was used to me emotionally regulating for her, and now they have to deal with their feelings. And that's, it's kind of funny because one of my decks that I have, my work your light deck, I had pulled some cards the other day, and it was like, how are you shrinking yourself? Like, how are you dimming your light? And and I know I said this in another video, but I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing. And it's like in my mind, I'm thinking that I'm being like, oh, I'm just trying to be professional. I'm just trying. No, I don't. You don't have to. You don't. You there's a certain. You can be professional and you can be kind and but you can be stern and you don't have to emotionally regulate. But at the end of the day, we're adults. Okay, we are adults, and people know exactly what they're doing until they get caught, until they get exposed. And people are so, they try to be so slick with it, and that's why I look people dead in their eyes and be like, you think I don't know? You think I didn't peep that? You think I didn't see? You think I didn't know? Like, it's like, because a lot of people want to assume that you're stupid, that you don't know what's going on, and a lot of people want to disrespect you because that's just the type of person that they are. They don't respect nobody for real. Or some people, they're selective with it. And if you have a very bright light about you, if you're, if you, especially when you're healed or when you're healing, because there's two types of people. There are people who are doing the work and people who are not. And the people who are not doing the work, it is very evident on the people. It is very evident who they are. It's very evident who they are. And that's the thing, though. A lot of these people who aren't doing the real work, they like to masquerade around like they are, like they're so spiritual and they're so, especially super super religious people. People who are like super 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 deep into their religion, and it's like they got all these rules and stuff, but like though some of the most religious people that I know have been the most nastiest people in the world. Like, I don't care if you go to church every Sunday. I don't care if you're at Bible study every week. I don't care if you're on the usher board. I don't care if you sing in the choir. That don't mean nothing. How do you treat people? And they be knowing exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, but they want to play the victim though. Spiritual narcissists are probably some of the worst. And it's so prevalent now because like I've said, like these are the same people who be at church every single week. I grew up with spiritual narcissists. I grew up with a minister that was very narcissistic and used people and lied to people, and it was so confusing growing up because I was like, we go to church and it was so performative. It wasn't real, and it's like, and the crazy thing, especially being the black sheep in the family, is like the black sheep. We're always expected to just shut the fuck up. They want us to shut the fuck up because you see too much. You see the truth. You see exactly how things are how they are. Not what people are trying to make them out to be. You see things for what they are, and it makes the rest of your family uncomfortable because they don't want to look at the truth. They'd rather keep living in their lie because it's comfortable to live in that lie. It's comfortable to tell themselves, well, I'm a good person because, well, I go to church and I go to work every day and I pay my taxes and my lawn is beautiful, and my house is clean. Like they base their goodness of being a good person based on like really frivolous dumb shit that doesn't matter. No one cares if you're the head of the homeowners association. No one cares if you're the president of the treasury at church. Like, no one cares about that shit. Don't matter. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you have a whole charity. How do you treat people? Oh, well, I give back. I do. How do you treat people? And it's them covert narcissists too, that those are the ones that are the sneakiest ones. Because a lot of their stuff is hidden and a lot of people don't see it, and only the people who are being abused by them know how they really are. Those are the worst. And most of those people, those covert narcissists, a lot of them are religious. It sucks. But you just have to stop emotionally regulating for these people. You cannot allow them to think that they can get one over on you, that you're not. Like, and you'll be able to tell just how they, like, because like I said, when I went downstairs, that lady looked at me. She did not greet me. I had to say hello to her first. And I'm like, okay, I see how, and that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna smile, because it's like, you work here, I paid to be here, and you don't greet me because you don't feel like you should. I already know what it is. I already knew what it is when I walked in here. I figured it out. I'm not dumb, not stupid. I already know what's going to happen because it's already happened multiple times. So it's like, these people, they be thinking that they like you stupid. They want to believe that you're stupid, especially if you're attractive. If you're conventionally beautiful or handsome, or people find you to be pretty or whatever, like they'll think that you're stupid. Like, God forbid you have good looks and a brain. It's like a catch 22 for some people. They're like, they know what's going on, they're aware. It's like, yeah, there a lot of pretty people are smart. It's a bonus for us. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. But stop emotionally regulating for them, and you'll see how differently people react and respond to you, and you'll be able to clock the tea faster. And like I said, I know it's hard because I'm still working on it. I'm not complete. And like I said, sometimes it's like a mode. Like I sometimes, and when I catch myself doing, I'm like, shoot. Like, I had to talk myself into this when I decided to go downstairs and ask for what I needed. So yeah, it's gonna be okay though. You can smile and laugh with other people, but when it's them weird people, when people mistreating you, or they got evil plans for you, they talking about you behind your back and they think you don't know. Don't emotionally just be like, uh-huh. I saw a video yesterday where a man said, "At this point in my life, if I'm with somebody and I find out that she's cheating, I'll pretend like nothing's wrong. And while she's at work, I pack my shit up and I pack everything up and leave." And I was like, absolutely, because people know exactly what they're doing. I'm not emotionally regulating for you. Like, oh yeah, babe, I love. Like, no, we ain't doing none of that. I'm just gonna leave, and you can sit here and be like, "What did I do? What?" No, you know exactly what you did. You know exactly what you did. Don't play with me. Don't play. But that was my message, y'all. I love y'all. If you want to schedule a one-on-one session with me, the information will be in the description below. If you would like to donate to my channel, please feel free to buy me a coffee. That will also be down in the description below. And yeah, this, whatever you want to do. If you want to talk, you just need to vent. I have 30-minute and hour-long sessions. Um, my calendar's open right now, so book me up. I'm ready. um, yeah, so I love you guys. I'll be making more content very soon, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Shalom, family. Bye.